I'm going to show you in this screencast how to add additional pages to your website. When you set up with Sellr, it creates various pages for you, such as the home page, categories, collections, and pages for the items, and a few other things as well. But you can also add your own additional pages as well, for whatever reason that may be. So let's say, for example, this is a demo store. This is sellerdemo.com, and it's a demo store selling sports cameras and action cameras. So let's imagine we wanted to create a page, I don't know, with instructions for the cameras on it. So the first thing to do is you click on the Other Pages icon, which is up here in the top left, and a pop-up appears showing all of the other pages you've got, and you just enter a name for the page. I'm going to put instructions in there, and then I'm going to click on Add New. And so we can see the pages appeared there, instructions. In fact, something I'm just going to show you at this point, if you click on the Edit icon for the page you've created, it shows you at the bottom the URL of the page. So in this case it says /instructions, so that the URL of that page would be sellerdemo.com/instructions. You don't necessarily need that, but it's just useful information. So I'll click on back at the top. So to go to your page, you click on the name of the page. So here we've got instructions, so I'll click on that. And when you get there, there's going to be a blank page. Right, it's going to have a header and a footer, but nothing in the middle. So let's just add something to the page. We do this using the Content Blocks button, and that's the Manage Content Blocks icon at the bottom here. And so if I click on that, and then click on Main Section Blocks, I'm just going to add a text area to this. It's in alphabetical order, so if I just go down to Text Area, and I click on that, close the pop-up. And so here's a text area. I'm just going to add some text to that. Some instructions for our cameras. Clearly you'd probably put a bit more than that in there, but for this demo that's all I'm going to do. I click on Save Changes at the bottom. Don't forget that when you're entering any text, always click on Save Changes to save it. And so that's the page that we've created. You know, you could obviously add loads of blocks and pictures and do whatever you like on there and make a really good page. So at the moment the page is what we call orphaned, so it's not linked to from anywhere. You could get to it just using the URL. But we're going to want to add it to this nav bar at the top, I think. You could add it to any of the navigation bars on the site, but I'm going to add it to this one at the top. You need to be on the home page to do that, so if I click on home. And then to edit the nav bar, we click on the Manage menu. We call this the hamburger icon, the 3 horizontal lines. If I click on that, and then click on Add New Menu Item. And so what you put on the navigation bar doesn't need to be the name of the page you've created. So in this case I'm going to call it Get Started. Then if I scroll down, I can click on Other Pages, and then in the drop down I'm going to choose Instructions, which is the page I just created, and click on Add New. So you'll see that adds it at the bottom of the nav bar. I'm actually going to move it just one space up by clicking on the green up arrow, so it's just before the Contact Us menu item. If I close the pop-up, the page will refresh, and you can see now we've got Home Cameras, Custom Items, Get Started. There we go. The menu item for that page is on the nav bar, and if I click on Get Started, of course, it will take us to that page that we just created. So hopefully you can see how easy it is to add additional pages in Sellr.